Hey, this is Christy Snyder. I'll be your practicum coordinator this semester. I am sorry that the weather caused such issues and I couldn't get in to do an orientation. And I am still off with my husband after his surgery. I am hoping to be back on campus the 29th. These are the nursing practicum faculty. I'm your course coordinator. So if you are going to miss one of the practicum modalities, clinical, simulation, or learning lab, please let me know, along as well as the instructor that you will be working with. You have all signed a nursing release form that says you're aware that you might be exposed to infectious diseases and are at risk. The policies that are in force, all of the policies are, but the ones that are probably the most important for you are attendance, and I'm going to be talking about that in a bit, determination of grade, professionalism, and the uniform policy. The uniform policy is really important, and you need to go in and look at it. You need to be in the gray Mary Grimes School of Nursing scrub top that you bought in the bookstore. You need to have black pants. You need to have black socks and black shoes. Your tattoos need to be covered unless they're on the hand. You can wear 3/4 sleeves Under Armour, or it's something that's like that. Piercings, you can have one stud piercing per ear. The rest of your piercings you'll need to put clear spacers in. Your fingernails need to be kept short and clean, no nail polish, no gel, no artificial nails. Your hair color has to be the natural hair color. It doesn't have to be your natural hair color, but it has to be a natural hair color. And then make sure that your hair is up. Make sure you always have your name badge on. If for some reason you come and you don't look like that you are ready to attend clinical and your uniforms all looks like you slept in it, there's a possibility you could be sent home. Attitude is contagious. Try to keep a good attitude. I know that you're going to run into difficult people that you work with and difficult patients and families, but please make sure that you are just staying professional. Professionalism is based on the. So for attendance, practicum hours are mandatory. This is through the State Board of Nursing. If you miss a clinical day, learning lab, or simulation, you will need to make up this time hour for hour, and that will be made up on the campus with me, and I want you to make it up the week after you miss. That way I can stay on top of it and not have such an issue at the end of the semester. If you have a second absence, this will result in an action plan, and this is a contract to help keep you accountable to attend the practicum time that you are required. Turn in your homework at the date or it is set. No late work will be accepted. You will get a 0, and this can fail you in practicum, so make sure you stay on top of this. If you go to sim and you don't have your pre-sim homework done, you will not be allowed to attend sim. This will result in an action plan, and then you will have to make up those hours with me. And this is academic honesty is something that Neosho County Community College and Mary Grimes School of Nursing really look into. So make sure that you are doing your own work, that you're not copying anything, and take care of your own business. Make sure you're not cheating. So these are practicum expectations. You need to be on time. If you are supposed to be in your clinical setting or sim at 9 o'clock, make sure you are there 10 to 15 minutes before. you should be in your chair and ready to take report before 9 o'clock. If you're just rolling in at 9 or 6 a.m., then you're already late. You will this semester you will be doing concept maps, and there's specific criteria listed in the concept maps in the assignment on coursework. You will have miscellaneous assignments in coursework. There is a due date set, but you can do these at any time and turn them in. And some of the miscellaneous assignments are in a forum format. You will also have forums. You need to do these by the date assigned or by the date that your clinical instructor wants you to do them. Most of your assignments are going to be either uploads or in forums, so make sure that you get those in. If you miss a day, I would ask that you still do your miscellaneous assignment and forum that's due that week. That will just help keep you on the right track for your clinical paperwork and keep your assignments up. As a group, a clinical group, you will do a quality improvement project. You'll need to get with your clinical instructor and a unit manager and determine this quality improvement project. You'll work on it as a group. Everybody should take part. At the end, you'll do a peer assignment. So if you don't really participate, you may not receive full credit for what you've done. So make sure that you do that. This is really cool. I've had students that have done it on sepsis. I have students that have done it on tubing out dates. There's just a whole plethora of QI projects you can do. Your To Rescue forum and a blood and blood products forum that's not listed down with the clinical assignments. It's at the top. You can do those at any time. Please get those done by the due dates. Note the due dates that these are due. The concept map, miscellaneous assignments, and forums will be due 1 week after your clinical experience, or however your clinical instructor decides to assign it after your clinical day. You can turn these assignments in before the due date. You can turn it in at any time. Some of them will need to be done at clinical or with your clinical day, and some can be done anytime. All assignments need to be uploaded to coursework, and I have ensured that they all either have a file upload or they're a forum. The other thing that I want to mention is that you will be doing observing the KSNA legislative conference. It's virtual, and there will be assignments associated with that. This is the same homepage on the left-hand side. Make sure you subscribe to the news course. I may be putting information in there. So you should have had 3 hours of learning lab, and done your round robin skill review. And then you will have 3 sims plus the virtual KSNA legislative conference. Please make sure that you pay attention to coursework, and don't just look at the top for assignments, but scroll down through them and make sure that you're not missing any dates. Put them in your calendar. The calendar is posted on the homepage. And I may have put it in reference also. If you don't understand it, please send me an email. Make sure that you are attending your learning lab and simulation when scheduled. If you need to change a date, you will need to find a fellow student to change with you, and both of you will need to send me an email that you're changing. These are full cohorts, and I can't just move you around. Make sure you attend clinical when you're supposed to. If you need to email instructors, make sure you use your student email unless it's an absolute emergency. I have been seeing a lot of students emailing from their personal accounts and using TextSpeak, etc. Please make sure you do an appropriate email to instructors. Make sure that you include your name, sign your name, and you address us professionally. You can address me as Professor Snyder or Christy. I am fine with that. Find out from your instructor what you want to use. So please do it professionally. And I've included an example for you to use. Or you're having an issue with an instructor or the faculty, don't try to work with it right away. Just step back, give it 24 hours, and then write out an IS bar. And that's going to help taking the feelings out of it, and we'll be able to deal with just the facts and not get too many emotions involved. Here's the chain of command. If you have a problem, an issue with your clinical instructor, please talk to them first. Because if you come to me, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, have you talked to your instructor? You need to learn right now how to talk to difficult people, because you're going to be dealing with that all of your career. So go to them, and then if you still feel like you haven't gotten a resolution or that they're not listening, then you can come to me. And then if you don't get what you want from me, then you can go to Pam Cavall, our director. Here, think about characteristics of a great nurse. Do you want to be a great nurse or just a mediocre nurse? And do you want these kind of people taking care of your loved ones? I will say that in the 4 days that my husband was in the hospital, we had some really great nurses and we had a few mediocre ones. There are nurses that I will not forget their names because of how such good care that they took care of my husband. So think about that, and remember that as a great nurse, you're going to inspire others to be great also. Please let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm hoping to be back on campus Monday, January 29th, so I can be available, and you can email me. I will be checking my emails at least daily through this next week. Stay warm, stay safe, and have a great semester.